The Maxima is Nissan's top-of-the-line sedan. The previous version was a little larger than the Altima. This one's a little smaller. But is it any better? Let's go see. As far as driving the Maxima, it absolutely gets the big stuff right. There's not much engine, wind, or road noise that gets into the cabin. It's got tons of power, very, very quick, a little over 6 seconds, 0 to 60. One odd thing, the CVT does kind of keep the revs high, even when you're off the throttle. It takes a little getting used to. Another thing that might take a little getting used to is the steering. It kind of changes as you go up in speed. At slow speeds, it's very, very light. It's almost hard to decipher exactly where your wheels are. But thankfully, as you do increase speed, it gets a little firmer, quite responsive, and feels pretty good. The Maxima also has fairly limited body roll. It does have a little bit of torque steer, but not as much as the previous version when you hit the throttle hard. And it does well through our emergency maneuvers and on the track. Of course, always helped by stability control to keep it stable and secure. As far as ride goes, there's some underlying firmness that you may pick up, and certainly larger disturbances will give you some rubbery kicks. Most disturbances are absorbed fairly well, and the highway ride is quite uneventful. When you're inside the Maxima, you're pretty comfortable. You feel like you're a little bit low because the dash and belt lines are high, but there's still plenty of room. You have plenty of headroom even for taller drivers. Seats are comfortable, and the Maxima offers a nice cushion extension which helps people with different leg lengths get comfortable. Controls are basic, easy to use, and up high, so they're easy to see. Fit and finish looks great at first, but when you start to look a little closer, you can see that some of the grains on surfaces that are even very close together don't match quite well. And our biggest complaint was the tilt and telescope wheel. Though it does both, you have to hold the release, and you feel like you're constantly fighting because you can't get leverage to get it adjusted right. Rear seat passengers aren't going to be quite as happy. The sloping roofline requires that you have to duck your head often to get in, and once you are in, it limits your headroom as well. And with 3 people across, you're going to find it pretty tight. So overall, the Maxima scores very well. But you'd think as Nissan's top-of-the-line sedan, it might be bigger, drive better, and be more luxurious than the Altima, when in fact, none of that's true. And for the extra money you're going to spend, it really doesn't offer that much more.